Hello, everyone, and welcome to my podcast, So Cute Crincklecast. Thank you for joining me. Today, I am going to be talking about acceptance within the community and also with yourself. I kind of feel like it is perfect timing for me to do this podcast just because it's over the Valentine's Day weekend. So I'm just going to jump right on into it, and I hope you guys are ready to listen as I talk about acceptance within the community, not just within the community, but also with yourself, because let's face it, sometimes we could be our own worst enemy, and we can make things a lot more harder for ourselves. So I hope this podcast sees you well and that you enjoy it. So sometimes in life, there are things that we just can't choose about ourselves. And I'm not going to go into things so technical, but I am going to talk about what I know best. Can acceptance be a choice? In my opinion, sometimes acceptance is a choice. It can be hard, most definitely, but acceptance is a choice that we choose to make. And here are a few ways that I see it happening. You can accept what's happening, see the positive, and choose a peaceful state of mind. Or you can fight against it and be miserable and struggle against it. Sometimes it's like you're fighting against the universe if you are trying to deny yourself of who you really are. And doing that, it's not going to bring you any kind of peace in your life. But sometimes what it can do is cause a constant struggle. The ABDL lifestyle can be beautiful, every aspect of it, depending on how your outlook is and how open-minded you are. And yes, even if you don't have a caregiver and going through this crazy pandemic and not being able to see your friends and a cancellation of, conventions throughout the year. TeddyCon was last year was canceled, and CapCon seems to not be happening. Even though these things are happening, you are still okay. Things are still okay. And sometimes we just need a reminder of that. Sometimes we need a reminder that we can choose and to accept things that the way they are for now. Sometimes in accepting things just may mean learning how to cope and how to do things differently. And there are some ways that you can live this lifestyle without a caregiver, learning to accept this lifestyle and making it meaningful and personal to you. I say personal because everyone's experience will be different. From mine, from yours, it's all going to be a different experience and how we choose to live this ABDL lifestyle. And that is definitely okay. So, what are some things that you can do to accept this lifestyle or to cope within this lifestyle? My number one thing, plan a schedule or a routine and stick to it. This plan may be something that can happen and can work. And guess what? It doesn't have to be caregiver driven. Sometimes ABDLs, we get so focused on, if I don't have a caregiver, I can't enjoy the lifestyle. And that is such a falsehood within the lifestyle that creates something that I believe that makes it harder for people to enjoy and to accept the lifestyle that is so hung up on the most perfect thing will be to find a caregiver. But you can do a simple routine. For instance, take a bath, plan bath days, get dressed in little clothes, do activities, make yourself dinner, drink from your bottle or your sippy cup, have a snack before bed, Watch your favorite cartoon before you go to bed. Learn how to de-stress at the end of your day when you're done working. These are things that you can do on your own to help foster a positive relationship between yourself and the adult baby or the little that's inside of you. If you have an ABDL friend, maybe they can be your ABDL buddy. And what I mean by that is you can each hold each other responsible by checking in, sending pictures, develop a big brother or big sister, little pen pal combination. I know right now we are unable to see each other as much as we want to. So you can definitely do that through the webcam or on Instagram or Twitter, on any aspects of social media where you can connect. And for some people, just having someone there is so much of a help to them to accepting being in this community and in this lifestyle. Try building up a social media support. Look up groups, look up activities in the ABDL groups, or even start your own group or social distancing outings. Be creative. You can see if a couple of friends of yours like to color and say, hey, we're going to have a Zoom meeting on coloring. We're going to each get together, turn on the camera, and we're going to color and talk and have a conversation. And that could be some way to build up your social media support, or even just to build up support within the community around you, even though you can't physically touch them, maybe in a way where you can do it virtually. You never know until you try. So I encourage all of age players to safely reach out, to look into ways to make this lifestyle so much more meaningful to them, to work on a path of acceptance within this lifestyle. Another part of acceptance in the community would be finding the positives instead of the negatives. It's so easy for us to look for the negative things that we kind of forget to try to find the positive. It is completely useless to complain about things that are negative. Reason why I say that is because when you have a negative aura or a negative spirit, many people don't realize that it can be very draining to everyone around you. And within the community, complaining won't change your situation. You can complain to the high heavens that you don't have a caregiver. You can complain to the high heavens that, oh, I don't have diapers. You can complain that, oh, I don't have any adult baby clothes. But you know what? It's not going to change your situation, and it's not going to make it better either. A person may think, I may need all of these things to feel better, but actually you don't, because try to find the alternative ways to accept that little inside of you. Maybe you may have to save up money to get the diapers that you want, or you may have to save up money to get the onesie that you want, or maybe this week you might say, you know what, because I want to buy this extra ABDL merchandise, this week I'm not going to eat out when I go to work. Instead, I want to use the money that I eat out with and put it towards some ABDL prize that I want to win for myself. So definitely, when you complain about things, it's not going to change anything, and it's not going to make you feel better. It's not going to make you feel better to accept who you are as a little, and more importantly, you're going to spend so much time on the negative things that you're not going to be able to find the positive things within the community. And if you are developing this negative aura about the ABDL lifestyle, about things you can't change, another thing that could definitely happen is you won't be able to build positive friendships within the community. And let's face it, I have so many awesome friends who are in the community. In fact, some of those friends are like my best friends. They are the ones that keep me grounded. But it's because you have to build a positive relationship. You have to have that positive aura. Yes, sometimes things will get sad. There's been times where I have to deal with health issues and it's not fun. But when you work on being positive, when you work on that, you're going to draw positive people to you in the lifestyle. You're going to draw positive friendships and relationships in the lifestyle. And that's what you want to do. Here's an example. You could complain all day about your diaper leaking and being messy. But you could say, well, I don't have a caregiver, so I'm not going to change it. So, what is that going to prove? You're still going to be stuck in this wet and messy diaper. And more than likely, you're going to probably get a diaper rash if you don't change this diaper. And it's going to leak, and it's going to stink, and it's going to smell really bad, my friends. So, if you're really waiting for this thing to happen and not accept, oh, I have a wet and messy diaper, now it needs to be changed. I'm just going to sit here until someone comes and change it for me. That doesn't make any sense, especially if you don't have the caregiver with you to change your diaper. You're just going to end up causing more harm to yourself. So instead, ask yourself, what can I do to solve this problem? What can I do? Ask yourself, how can I change this situation? Well, the simple answer would be, my friends, to change the diaper. Change the diaper, put on a fresh one, use your baby wipes and your baby powder, and then if you've been in it that long, you might need some extra protection, so some Desitin for your bottom. That's my little comparison here. So sometimes within the lifestyle, and I know some of us don't like it, the simple solution is to take the adult part of the adult baby and change the diaper. Accept the fact that at this time, your little may not have a caregiver, but you may have to be responsible, and accept that you love yourself in diapers and that you know when it is appropriate to change yourself and to change your diaper. All of that is practicing acceptance and proper self-care. Some of us within a lifestyle, we're not doing proper self-care because we're not accepting who we are. My personal acceptance for me, I had an aha moment, was I was living the lifestyle for everybody else. Like, what do you mean by that? Simply, it just means that I was so worried and so focused on everyone else's happiness within the lifestyle, within my circle, that I forgot to take care of me and what I liked. So I ended up trying to be this perfect mommy, trying to be this perfect caregiver, trying to be this perfect ABDL friend. You know, if my friends wanted to go to CapCon and there was something getting in the way, I would like go crazy trying to fix it, trying to see how I could be a help to make them go to CapCon or find the resources for them to go to CapCon. I say this story because I wasn't doing self-care. I was just trying to take care of everybody else. My baby would come home, make sure he's changed in the bath and in the cute clothes, and then make sure that I have dinner ready and try to make his night really special. And the same thing with baby girl. I always wanted to make sure she looked cute and make sure I did her hair and that she had the cutest clothes on and that we knew what was happening in the community and that we were going to all the fun little activities within our community when we could when COVID wasn't so much in our lives. And what ended up happening was I wasn't enjoying the lifestyle. And because I wasn't taking care of myself, and because I wasn't accepting the fact that I too needed care, I wasn't a good person to be around because I was getting tired, I was getting headaches, I just wanted to come home and sleep, and And then finally, I was like, you know what? Enough is enough. I need to figure out how to take care of myself. And I'm a caregiver and a DL, so I started getting back to the basics of what made me happy in the lifestyle, which was wearing for myself, and even as a caregiver, giving myself a schedule, letting my little know that there may be days where I'm going to need alone time, and talking about that and communicating. And things started to turn around, and I began to enjoy the lifestyle a lot more when I was able to be real and honest with myself and to others. And that's also a big part of accepting this lifestyle, is being true to yourself and being true to others, and allowing a safe place of conversation and communication to happen. Because before, I was just worried about everybody else's happiness and my role as a caregiver / mommy, but there is more to me than just that. So yes, we need to have proper self-care. Another thing that can get into our way of accepting is getting older in the community, comparing ourselves to others, not accepting the truth about things. And that could just mainly mean, well, maybe 5 years ago I was really into messing diapers, and now it's 5 years later, and you know what? I'm not into that no more. And it's okay, because part of accepting yourself and self-care is also doing the check-in. And most definitely, things will change within this lifestyle. And learning to let go. Sometimes we have to learn how to let go of the things that were in the past so that we can walk into our future and accept the lifestyle. What do I mean by that? How do you accept a devastating loss or a change or something that did not work out? You thought it would, but it didn't. For example, the loss of a caregiver or a companionship or a friendship. Maybe your friend moved to a different state. Maybe your caregiver has decided that, right now I don't want to be a caregiver. Maybe I want to try the baby thing for a while. These things do happen. These are real life scenarios that happen for ABDLs. So you have two choices to look at it, in my opinion. One way is you hold on so tight to the past that what you start to do is to drain your body and mind. I understand that losing a loved one or a partner or finding someone new in the community can be very hard, or even coming out to your partner can be tough. And then when you do come out to that partner, they're like, I don't understand it, I don't get it, and maybe you might see a change in the dynamic within the relationship. These things can make it hard to accept the lifestyle because it's a loss that you have taken. It's a hit. But if you can't accept life the way it is, then you may have a hard time as an H player. And why do I say this? I say this because you will be so focused on what you had that you may not be able to see what is in front of you. And letting go is definitely a part of acceptance. Accepting the way things are to allow something new to happen within your life. Sometimes you have to let go in order for something new to follow, to create something meaningful within yourself. But because we cannot change what has already happened, or the past relationships, or the years of regret and not accepting your true self, or the money we lost from purging, let me tell you something. Purging is a minor way or a big way of not accepting yourself. I know people who have thrown away hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of ABDL merchandise. Some have even given away their ABDL furniture. And all it's doing is just resisting the flow of your life. And that will definitely make you unhappy. Friends who identify as a sissy, I have been told, I feel more happy when I'm connected to my feminine side. Or friends of mine who gravitate more towards being a girl, I feel more comfortable wearing my dresses and my leggings and my tights and getting my hair done. I find out that sometimes for sissies that the more they try to hide from it, the more they try to expel it from their lives, that sometimes it causes more damage because internally there's something inside of them that connects to it. And when they're not living their true selves, they become unhappy. The other choice is to just kind of bite the bullet and accept life the way it is. That takes a lot of courage. For all of you littles out there, for all of you DLs out there, for all of you caregivers out there, if you are trying your best to live this lifestyle, you are courageous. But the process of taking the steps to accepting your ABDL side and your little side will empower you so much. Accepting who you are. For instance, it may sound weird, I've always knew that I was poly. I always have been intrigued with a poly lifestyle. And the moment that I was able to just accept it and be like, you know what, this is who I am, it gave me strength, allowing my heart to grow bigger than what I could ever imagine by accepting the people in my life, the companionship in my life, and my two partners. And it's such an awesome experience and such an awesome relationship and life that we have built together. Now, everyone won't be into poly, just like everyone won't be into wanting to be a sissy. That's what makes everyone so different. That's what makes everyone so beautiful. And that's what makes our community grow so much, is accepting that, hey, you may be different than me, your likes may be different than me, but we can still come together on the same line of the fact that we are in this community and we want to make it stronger and build it stronger. The ability to let go of things in everyday life makes for happiness. So it just eases your body up. It relaxes you. So sometimes we have to think to ourselves, do we want to keep fighting or do we want to try to accept things? And you don't have to do a whole big acceptance. Just try one thing at a time. Maybe not one thing might be, I want to try adult pull-ups, watch a cartoon on a Saturday or a day that I'm off, get some crayons and color and see how that feels. It's very simple, but it's one step further into accepting of who you are. Have you ever seen a child fall asleep from a tantrum? Their body becomes so tired that they just give into sleep. This is unnecessary harm and stress to the body. Your blood pressure rise, when someone's a tantrum and they're crying, it strains the voice, it drains your body. And this is what we do to our bodies when we refuse to let go, when we refuse to accept who we are. We actually put our bodies through a war, and eventually we get so tired and we can't find the joy in this lifestyle because we have made what makes us happy, what brings us peace, into a constant struggle. Here's my suggestions, and I hope you are still finding this podcast well. I really do. Here are my suggestions. Finding the beauty within. There is beauty within this lifestyle, and we definitely can find it. When you're focused on everything that you feel that may not be good enough or may not live up to your standard, it can be difficult. Embrace and appreciate what is in front of you. To enjoy the beauty of what it is to be an age player and whatever it may mean to you. For instance, you may say, I really want a high chair, but you may not have a high chair. But you can definitely go to Walmart and they have little play sets, not play sets, they have like the little trays and the little cups and the little forks and knives. You can use that as a plate for when you have your little time, something that can connect you to it. So you may not have the high chair, but you may have the accessories to create a fun little lunch for yourself. So I say try to find the beauty in it and try to find things within your resources that you can use. Don't focus on what you can't change. Focus on what you can do, how you can make this lifestyle personal for yourself. And then eventually, as you get older or as you save up money, as you get a better job, you're able to add to those things that you want. Sometimes you may see people on Instagram and you may see that, oh, they have a crib or they have this, they have a full nursery. But what you don't see is the work behind it. You don't see that this person has probably been at their job for 10 to 15 years and they saved up money for 2 years to build the nursery of their dreams. You just see that poof, poof, there's a nursery and there's a playroom in this person's house. But you don't see the work or the saving up of the money that it took to get there. So don't be so upset that you have to get to this point. Just know that some people have worked up to get there. And you can too. Don't worry. If you really want it, you can too. That's part of accepting that I'm not where I maybe would like to be in the lifestyle, but you know what? Eventually I will get there. Or it might look differently than somebody else, but still I'm going to go for it. So right now, just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out and relax yourself. And just think of 3 things that you love about this lifestyle. Just think about them in your head. Whatever the 3 things that pop into your head. Just think of 3 things that you love in this lifestyle. And also think of 3 things that you could do within the week that would make your ABDL lifestyle so much more enriched. No matter how small it is, there is beauty. Even if you think that there is no significance to it, it really doesn't matter because it's what makes you happy. This is your journey, so you enjoy what your journey is for all that it is worth. Us age players certainly can have a fulfilling life if we choose to work at it. Because part of accepting this lifestyle is understanding that it may take a little work, but it is so worth it. You can find lifelong friendships, you can make a chosen second family, ABDL conventions, even going on ABDL trips with your friends. I have seen a couple of friends of mine who they planned vacations together and they went to like Disney World or they went to Universal Studios or they go to the museum or they do little road trips. So yeah, you can do that too. There is so much good and positivity within a lifestyle. When you fill your circle with people who are like-minded within the community, it makes it so much more easier to live this lifestyle and to accept who you are. Learn to see and appreciate and accept what you have as opposed to giving too much attention to what if or what could have been or what I don't have or what I think I should have. Focus and spend your attention and appreciate the things that you do have or trying to work towards them in a safe way that's safe for you, your mental health, and your body. Don't try to do things that are so out there that it might cause you to have more anxiety or stress. Start small, my friends. Start small and work your way up. Be open to what is truly meaningful and important in this lifestyle. And again, it will look differently for everyone, but try to open up yourself to what truly is meaningful. Again, take another deep breath in and deep breath out. And think of the things that are meaningful to you and important in this lifestyle that you can do. The things that aren't so hard or out of grasp. That's what you don't want to do. You want to focus on things that you can actually do. For example, watching a favorite cartoon, movie, coloring, playing with blocks, baking cupcakes, making your own little nursery with blankets and teddy bears. Do something relaxing that is for yourself, that connects you to the lifestyle. For me, I love cooking and baking as a caregiver, and I love to do fun little things for that. So when I have my littles over, I like to cook or bake, and that connects me to my caregiver side. And also, since I am a BL, wearing diapers also help me to relax and to calm down. So sometimes if I had a very, very, very stressful day, one of the things that I would do is I would go home, take a shower, I might put on a diaper. And I do have some clothes from Little Kink Boutique, and I might put on like a cute little romper dress and grab my blanket and put on something that I like to watch. And for me, that puts me in a safe spot. And that's how sometimes I can decompress from a really tough and hard day. Sometimes we can stay in the corner of our lives within the lifestyle, shutting people out and not wanting to try new experiences because maybe we're scared or because we got hurt. Some of us don't even want to try because it's fearful sometimes. But sometimes we may have to put our feelings out there in a safe way, taking baby steps. You don't want the fear to take over us. Something that you love shouldn't be fearful. Something that you love shouldn't stop you in your tracks where you feel like you can't go on or that you can't enjoy it. But here's the reality. Every experience is new and will be scary. You're going to get the butterflies. Your hands are going to shake. And sometimes you may say something silly. I have said silly things a lot. But why? Why does this happen? Why am I getting butterflies? Why can't I say the right thing? Because, my friends, we are all humans and we are all learning. So it will take some practice getting used to accepting who we are and getting comfortable with ourselves. However, it is up to us to how we decide to move forward within this lifestyle. Either you would try to move forward to accept yourself. You may turn around and hide in the corner again like, oops, I stuck my finger out to see if it was fun. I'm going back inside my shell again because I'm still a little bit scared. Take your time. But you know what? No one wants to be a snuffleupagus. And no one really wants to be around a snuffleupagus. If you don't know who snuffleupagus is, you need to watch Sesame Street. Because being a snuffleupagus will drain yourself and it will drain others. So my challenge for all age players is to always keep your childlike spirit within yourself. Open up and explore the lifestyle safely and enjoy it as much as you can, regardless of what you have had or lost, or even if something is not quite to what you want it to be or living up to the expectations that you want. Just try to move forward and make new friendships. Make new plan for yourself. Make a new plan for yourself. I have already listed some things within this podcast. Try doing that. You can choose to focus on the positive. So the choice, my friends, it is yours to make. I really hope you enjoyed my podcast. It was on acceptance. I know for me, it took me a while to accept who I was, and I fought it for many, many years. There were times where I even prayed, like, oh God, I wish I never had this. How come I have to have this weird fascination with diapers when I'm going to be a caregiver? And I used to be very, very hard on myself. So I know that struggle personally. And yes, I've even purged clothes and beautiful things that I wish I never did because I can't get them back. However, we just need to continue to go forward together if we can. Find a friend, find someone that we can connect to. And I truly believe that when you find those true connections and friendships within the lifestyle, that it opens up your world to so much more beauty and life and color, and you can see things in a very positive way. Well, my friends, I hope you enjoyed my podcast. If you want to talk to me further, or even if you have any questions for me, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter, simply So Cute Crincklecast. I'm also on FetLife, and it's I'm Also Cute on FetLife. If you have ideas on a podcast that you would like for me to do, please contact me on the avenues that I just mentioned earlier and say, hey, do you want to try a podcast on this? And I'm very open to doing my research as much as I can and trying to be a positive influence in the lifestyle. So to everyone out there who has listened to my podcast, thank you so much. Continue to be you. Continue to be yourself. Remember, it's okay to be you. It's okay to find pleasure and enjoyment within this lifestyle. And it's also okay to be scared sometimes too. But also know that we do have a community with people who are open and willing to befriend you and to try to help you along this path. So, my friends, everyone out there, have a good day. Be you. Stay diapered. Stay your cute little selves, or even be the best caregiver that you can be, or the best big sister, or the best little brother that you can be to those around you in the lifestyle. And all you out there, stay crinkled and have a crinkle-tastic day. Bye, everyone.